A Messiah is the one who leaves a mess behind him in this world, by Krishnamurti. Hello everyone, this is author PB Flower. Welcome to my channel. I'm a published author of the series All Call None. It is available on Amazon as ebook and paperback. Today's topic is Messiah. Krishnamurti had said, a Messiah is the one who leaves a mess behind him in this world. Now, as per the internet, a Messiah or Messiahs is a savior or liberator of a group of people, or a leader of a particular group or cause. And so it is someone who teaches or preaches, someone who has efficiently appointed themselves between the general population and God or concept of God, a mediator. But why? Because they establish themselves as more elevated or realized than others, favored by God. And the gullible crowd follows them. But layers between faith and believer is what creates confusion, not them coming and self-appointing themselves. But things get lost in translation, especially when it gets documented, because then it is left for interpretations. People become possessive, appoint themselves as the protector or lawyers defending on behalf of the leader, who already added a step between you and God or whatever your belief is. Why would you want to follow someone? For one, you might think that they reached where you want to be, or that they got something you are looking for. Yuji had said that nature is busy creating unique individuals, whereas culture has invented a single mode to which all must conform. It is grotesque. So that's what Krishnamurti said. And I had used this quote in my replication podcast, and it applies here as well. We become followers unknowingly, get hurt when our guru is called upon. Who appointed us as a second-hand Messiah? You know, all these Yujiites or these priests in the temple, these Google-learned online experts, these behind-the-scene trollers defending what is not unique to them. That is grotesque. And as for me, I am inspired by Yuji, and I claim that openly, because I loved his rude way to point out the duality in humans. So I incorporated that in my series, because it was the most direct way to put what is there in words. And Yuji used the language English because it had the power to point out the duality perfectly, as it is a language which itself is full of duality. But if you do not try to read between the lines of whatever Yuji said, you will see that it is crystal clear. It is clear as a crystal. It is in plain words. He was a human too, who went through something different than the rest of us. He was still to survive in this society even after whatever happened to him. And there were many that took care of him as they had some sense of belonging or possessiveness or feeling of being above others. Or maybe they thought that they might gain something from it. It was not a selfless act. Yuji was perfectly proper. He used what was at his disposal, true to his words. If by being near him, you now have your thymus enlarged or the heart chakra invoked, well, good. It proves my point from my book. You can manifest whatever you want. But just be unique, the way nature made you. Stop replicating, stop being a follower or a Messiah, or don't. I couldn't care less. For you are free to choose. I would rather flow in the events. The same can be said about God. God is an image or idea because humans are curious. We want to attribute this creation to something, to someone. Hence the idea of God or science. Both are same. They are trying to demystify creation. Now, where it goes south is when someone stands between God and you, or the creation and you, like religion, priests, monks, gurus, teachers, followers. And it gets further colluded when it gets documented, because then it is translation, personal view, opinion. Then you might ask, what is my book then? Well, it is personal view. I have clearly stated that. I have not published a book saying that this is exactly Yuji's words. Nope. Even with the videos and audio recordings of Yuji's words, it is all being twisted around, compared, and translated. I'm inspired but not changed or transformed by Yuji. And to this date, I remain in awe of the universe. And that is the central theme for my writing, science fiction. I refute and defend my own concepts in my series. Holding on to an idea too dearly is cause of misery. I refuse to be miserable, so can you, especially on account of others' opinion or standards. Don't get caught up in the mess that a messiah has left behind. Appreciate your uniqueness. Thank you for listening. This is author PB Flower signing off.